I'm not looking forward to talking about what I'm about to talk about because all this is a little older than the Roe decision, and it's not getting talked about as much. But I think it should still be talked about uh, because this is kind of bad. This is kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Ex GOP governor candidate calls for a firing squad for trans rights supporters and political foes. So this is Mr. Robert Frost, or Foster. My bad. He ran for governor within my state. Oh, that's weird. I don't like how this article scrolls. Thank you, Mississippi Free Press. Thank you for being a perfect representation of the state of Mississippi. But no, this is Foster. He ran for governor within my state back in 2019. Let's read. Robert Foster, a former Mississippi House lawmaker who lost a 2019 bid for governor, is using his social media platform to call for the execution of political foes who support the rights of transgender people. Some of y'all try and find political compromise with those who want to groom our school-age children and pretend men are women, etc. The former Republican representative from Hernando, Mississippi, wrote in a Thursday night tweet, I think they need to be lined up against the wall before a firing squad to be sent to an early judgment. Don't believe he said it? Here it is right here. Foster, who runs the Cedar Hill Farm and agritourism business in DeSoto County, Mississippi, served as a state representative from 2016 until 2020, where he authored the state's current death penalty law in 2017. Wow, crazy. Allowing for executions by gas chamber, electroexecution, and firing squad. Odd. He placed third in the 2019 Republican primary for governor after making national headlines for refusing to allow women journalists to ride along in his truck on the campaign trail despite allowing male journalists to do so. Wonderful, wonderful. Despite winning less than 18% of the GOP primary vote, Foster's Farm venue has become a prime destination for Republicans since 2019, with GOP officials like Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith, Trent Kelly, and House Speaker Philip Gunn attending fundraisers and other events in the property. In 2020, the Hernando Main Street Chamber of Commerce gave him the Spirit of Main Street Award, even as he spent much of the pandemic era tweeting COVID-19 and anti-vaccine conspiracy theories. Mississippi Free Press requested an interview with Foster about Thursday's tweet, but he sent a message declining the invitation. I said what I said, he wrote, adding to what he tweeted, the laws should be changed so that anyone trying to sexually groom children and or advocate to put men pretending to be women in locker rooms and bathrooms of young women should receive the death penalty by a firing squad. The fascist force is strong with this one. On Thursday night, Jackson attorney Spencer Ritchie, who served as the executive director of the Mississippi Republican Party from 2014 to 2017 and now the Mississippi Ethics Commission, criticized Foster's tweet. A fascist force is strong with this one, Ritchie wrote, quote tweeting Foster. Spineless establishment rhinos like you have conceded every fight with the communists when you held power. Y'all conservatives, motherfucker can't even spell y'all right, haven't actually conserved anything. Now the godless have power and they're destroying our country. Soon we will have to deal with this directly. Wow. Wow. Yeah, Foster has always been a bit of a nut job, right? Because I remember when the death penalty law was getting, when he was working on that. I remember the firing squad, and people were just like, yeah, that's a humane way to die. Because, I'll be honest, I think maybe it is. I don't know. It sounds more humane than like injection, personally, because I just have, I could be very wrong, but, you know, getting shot sounds better than getting injected with something that will make you writhe in agony for over 10 minutes, you know, personally. But yeah, But he also threw in like bring back the chair and then gash him. Yeah, homie was a fucking crackhead. He just wanted people to die in whatever way he wanted. Not to mention, he also wanted to expand a lot more stuff of what was going to be considered a crime under several drug laws. He wanted possession to be treated more harshly and dealing to be treated more harshly. Yeah, it was. He's a character, to say the least. But yeah, he's far from the only one. He's the one. He was the first one I saw because I saw this pretty recently, admittedly, even though it came out in March. But this one's a little bit more, more with the times. This one's only a couple days old.
The LGBT, transgender, grooming our children's minds is a national security threat because it is ultimately designed to destabilize the republic we call the United States of America. That's why when I'm elected, I don't want to just vote. I want to start holding people accountable for treason to the Constitution. I am going to push to reenact HUAC. HUAC is the House of Un-American Activities Committee. It was a real committee that was formulated back in the 50s, and it's a committee that we should reenact that starts holding these people accountable for treason. Lindsey Graham should be held accountable for treason for supporting Joe Biden's gun-grabbing Second Amendment law that he's trying to push forward. Lindsey Graham, my opponent's mentor, just stated that I am supporting all initiatives that Joe Biden has put forward with gun control, and he is pushing for others, Democrats, to push it to a vote. Mitch McConnell just stated to urge other Republican senators to support Lindsey Graham to come after our guns, to confiscate our guns. That should be held for treason, not just be voting people. No, we need to hold people for treason, start having some public hearings, and start executing people who are found guilty for their treasonous acts against the Constitution of the United States of America, just like they did back in 1776. The L. Oh.
People were saying that he wasn't calling for outright execution of trans people, but he did say that people, trans people and people who support trans people are grooming people and they're un-American and they are committing treason, and that people who commit treason should be executed. So he technically didn't say trans people should be executed, but he definitely said that they should be executed. Yeah, I get the burnout aspect, but because I get there too. I get on several. I get on Gab, I get on Rumble and BitChute and iFunny a lot, just to scroll through and see what's happening. iFunny's more because sometimes they can actually have some funny stuff on there. The other ones is actually just to keep up with what people are saying. And yeah, you get burned out on like hearing like normal transphobic like arguments because you're just like, man, this is unoriginal. This makes almost no sense. This has been proven time and time again. Whatever, yada yada. Then you hear shit like this, like people like who just actually want to kill people. And you're like, what the fuck is your problem? And then they run for Congress. In the case of Foster, he was already there and he ran for governor and lost. Fucking loser. Lost to Tate Reeves. What a that's a great thing to put on, your resume. And then you get Mr. Mark Burns here who's running for positions in the government. And it's just like, what? And they're getting votes. That's the thing. They're getting votes. Shit like this is unreal, But people believe this sentiment, He wants to bring HUAC back for trans people. Trans people gross me out? Okay, I don't care. But he wants to bring HUAC back for trans people. Just so he can put them on trial and then kill them. All because he probably just thinks that trans people gross him out too, It's like, the fuck? Conservatives are always saying like, oh, we're free speech until they just want to actually kill people for trying to live a life that makes them happy and that affects you in no fucking way, It's insane.